can you say? What a bit of cueing that was. Incredible.
Brown ball.
Is he going to reach? This is perfect. What a shot.
Matt Williams, what?
I mean, that is just crazy. Judd must have thought, I'm going to be back in here at any minute, and he's potted one of the reds of the championship and rolled him in behind the brown. Fantastic from Mark Williams there.
Don't know if he can cut this one into the left corner pocket. It's a very thin one, but if there's half a chance, he'll take it on. But he doesn't like it, does he? Just got to watch the cue ball doesn't fly across and in the middle pocket.
One.
I mean, Dennis, how has he ended up with a scoring chance here? He was in absolute all sorts 2 shots ago. Incredible match play to get out of that.
But that cut back on the red, it just reminded me of his match in the deciding frame against John Higgins. He potted a blue
3.
and he was tucked up in the cushion. There was an in-off to the middle and he played it with pace to avoid the in-off and landed perfect on the pink. I mean, that was an incredible match that the two class of 92 put on. John Higgins, Mark Williams, an amazing match.
4.
Might have to leave a red along the cushion because the red next to the black. Oh, well, he's got a bit of angle to work with, so yeah, he could play out on that red, which is much better. Looks as if it passes the black when it's respotted. Just about. You see, you've got to judge that. You can't get any help. You just got to judge that the red will go when the black's respotted, and that was well judged from Mark there.
$41.
That delicate little cannon is what's required. The end red, if he could just nudge that. I mean, he can go into the reds, but he's so delicate at this type of shot. He always seems to get it right. He's hit the wrong, but he's okay. He hit the other red. He's still finished on this one.
48. $49. $56. 57.
So this is the one that will give him the frame, you would feel, because he's bound to be on a red. It's amazing, that frame ball.
57.
There's always that little bit of added pressure on what virtually was a frame ball there. It wasn't a gimme by any means.
No, it wasn't, but I think he knew it was frame ball as well. Raised his eyes to the sky when he missed it. Thing is as well here, if Judd does his... He can move the 2 reds off the top cushion if he wants, if he plays on black. Pots the black, leaves the cue ball there. A nice little cannon into those 2 reds will make it easier. Can't help thinking this is a big frame, Dennis.
Huge frame in the context, even though it's 4 sessions.
1.
If he somehow was to pinch this and get himself into a 4 frame advantage, it's going to be tough for the Welshman.
Yeah, and the way he's played that, looks like that's exactly what he's going to do. Just looking there for the cue ball.
7.
And could promote the 2 reds in no time.
Yeah, and probably worth doing it, John, with that red next to the pink in the open. So if something went wrong with the cannon, he's always got a chance of falling on that one. But if he gets his cannon right, this is going to put all the game on. And it's a funny little one, a little cutback.
15.
Yeah, not a gimme. But this would be an absolute mammoth blow to Mark Williams if Judd Trump was to clear up here.
16.
No, he's not the world #1 for nothing.
Oh, Mark knew this was coming, John, because he was muttering to himself as he sat down.
Yeah, I'm still in a state of shock how he ended up being on the table with the scoring
20.
visit with the amount of trouble he was in. Typical Mark Williams to get that chance. What wasn't
24.
typical was the miss on the black, and this could be very costly.
Yeah, this was the missed black. He was just having to have his bridge hand on the cushion there, but I still expected him to pot it. But there was a lot of pressure on that. It was frame ball, virtually.
31.
And now he can only sit there and hope that somehow Judd can slip up, but he won't be expecting him to do that.
Just a tiny bit too far for comfort, but shouldn't be a problem. And we gave the 2 gentlemen in the studio a little bit of stick before, Dennis, but we've all been there with those 2. When you left a clearance like this, there was inevitability that Mr. Hendry and Mr. Davis would clear up, and it's looked like that
43.
since Judd Trump's come to the table. He knows how big a visit this is.
Yeah, this is the key one, to get perfect on the blue.
47.
You don't want to be using any cushions, and he's played it to perfection. What a steal this is going to be, John.
What a frame of snooker, Dennis. Absolute classic match play.
58.
So just this black for a monumental steal. Well played, Judd Trump.
65
What
on
a
the
frame of
frame.
snooker that was. Mark Williams, for all money, looked like he had it in his grasp. He missed the black and he knew full well what was coming. The world #1 cleared up, and he leads Mark Williams by 7 frames to 3.